Are you tired of feeling like you are constantly struggling against the current in life? Do you long for a deep sense of inner peace and abundance that goes beyond just material possessions? What if we told you there was a simple yet profoundly transformative ritual that could change your reality, a secret whispered through the ages in the quiet corridors of Buddhist temples? Would you be curious to discover a practice that could unlock the door to a life of unparalleled joy, serenity, and fulfillment? Stay until the end because we will reveal to you the three powerful affirmations that you must repeat every night before sleeping to attract abundance and inner peace in your life and to live a more serene old age. These affirmations are not just words, they are the keys to unlocking your authentic self and manifesting your deepest desires. Are you ready to embrace a life where every breath is filled with gratitude, every thought is free of resentment, and every step is guided by an unshakable trust in the unfolding of the universe? Let's start with the story, but first, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to stay updated when we publish new content of value for your spiritual growth. In the serene heart of Japan, amidst majestic mountains and tranquil streams, stood an ancient Buddhist temple. This sacred sanctuary was a refuge for those seeking spiritual solace and enlightenment. The temple was led by the elderly and wise Buddhist monk, Kuk, whose life was an embodiment of the teachings he imparted. In his youth, Kuk had been a successful merchant, driven by ambition and a desire for material wealth. He had amassed a considerable fortune, but despite his worldly successes, a persistent emptiness gnawed at his soul. One fateful day, Kuk's path crossed with that of an old wandering monk. There was something in the monk's serene aura, a look of deep peace in his eyes, that captivated the wealthy merchant. Inspired by this encounter, Kuk decided to renounce his worldly possessions and embark on a spiritual journey. He donated his wealth to the poor and set out to find the old monk, eventually becoming his disciple. Under the guidance of his wise master, Kuk immersed himself in Buddhist teachings, practicing meditation, studying scriptures, and serving the community. After the death of his beloved master, Kuk settled in the mountain temple, where he continued to share the Buddhist teachings with all who came to seek his wisdom. He built the temple with his own hands, and it became a refuge for those who were weary of the world and sought solace in the spiritual. As the sun began its descent, a motley crew gathered in the temple's main hall. Men and women, young and old, rich and poor, had made their way up the winding mountain path, drawn by Kuk's reputation for wisdom and compassion. Kuk entered the room, his presence exuding an aura of tranquility. He was an elderly man, his face marked with countless lines that spoke of a life rich in experiences. His eyes shone with a light that transcended the physical world, reflecting the profound wisdom and compassion that filled his soul. "Welcome, dear souls," he began, his voice a soothing balm to their weary spirits. "You have come here seeking guidance, and I am honored to share with you a simple yet profound ritual, a practice that has the power to attract abundance and inner peace into your life." This ritual is more than just a routine. It is a path to cultivating a heart filled with gratitude, a mind free from the shackles of attachment, and a spirit ready to embrace the ebb and flow of existence. It is a way to prepare ourselves for a better purpose, to ensure that we leave this world with the same grace and peace that we seek in life. Every night, as you prepare to drift off to restful sleep, recite these three things. Don't just say them as empty words, but imprint them on your soul like a sacred mantra, a powerful affirmation that will resonate in the depths of your being, reshaping your reality from the inside out, Kuk explained. First, he began, before you close your eyes, take a moment to recognize and express gratitude for all the blessings in your life. No matter how big or small they may seem, recognize the abundance that surrounds you. Let gratitude flood your heart. Feel it expand in your chest, sweeping away every trace of negativity or dissatisfaction. Gratitude is a powerful alchemist, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, scarcity into abundance. Second, Kisuk continued, forgive. Forgive all those who have hurt you. Free yourself from the chains of anger, resentment, and bitterness. Forgiveness is an act of liberation, a gift you give yourself. It frees you from the grip of the past, breaking the chains that bind you to painful memories, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart and a freer spirit. Finally, Kisuk said, abandon yourself to the flow of life. Embrace the uncertainty, the unpredictability of existence with faith and equanimity. Life is an ever-changing river, a tapestry of moments woven together by the thread of time. Trust that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has a plan for you, even if that plan is not immediately clear to you. Let go of the need for control and allow life to unfold with grace and ease. This ritual, Kisuk emphasized, is not simply a series of words to be repeated mechanically. It is a practice, a way of life, a transformation of consciousness. By repeating these affirmations every night, you will invite abundance into your life, not only in a material sense, but in terms of joy, peace, love, and contentment. A young woman, her voice shaking, said, I have struggled with anxiety and fear most of my life. How can I find the peace you speak of? Kisuk smiled kindly at her. Anxiety and fear are the shadows cast by the mind. To find peace, you must learn to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. You are the observer, the consciousness behind the thoughts, not the observed. A middle-aged man, his face lined with concern, stepped forward. I've lost my job and am struggling to make ends meet. How can I attract abundance when everything seems so bleak? Abundance, Kisuk replied, is not just about material wealth. It's a state of mind. Take action, even if it's just a small step toward your goals, and don't give in to despair. An old woman, her eyes filled with wisdom, addressed Kisuk. I have lived a long life, full of joys and sorrows. How can I prepare myself for the inevitable end? Kisuk nodded, his eyes expressing deep compassion. Death is not something to be feared, but a natural part of the cycle of life. To prepare, cultivate a heart full of love, kindness, and compassion. Let go of all attachment to this world, all regret, all grudges. Forgive, and when the time comes, surrender to the flow of life with peace and equanimity. Kisuk shared stories and parables. One of them was about a young monk who was constantly troubled by his incessant thoughts. His teacher told him, you too are like a monkey, but you are the one chasing the monkey of your mind. Stop chasing, sit quietly and observe. The moral of the story was that we are not our thoughts, but we are consciousness, the silent observer behind the flow of thoughts. Another story Kisuk told was about a farmer whose only horse ran away. The next day, the horse returned, bringing with it a herd of wild horses. Later, the farmer's son broke his leg while trying to tame one of the wild horses. Finally, the army officers came to the village to forcibly conscript all the able-bodied young men for a distant war, and the farmer's son was spared. The moral of this story was that we never really know what is good luck or bad luck. As the evening drew to a close, Kisuk led the crowd in a meditation session. He instructed them to sit quietly, with their backs straight and their eyes closed, and to focus on their breathing. As they inhaled and exhaled, they were to let go of their thoughts, their worries, their anxieties. The temple became an oasis of absolute tranquility. They experienced a taste of inner peace, a respite from the incessant demands of daily life. Remember, Kesuk said the peace you are experiencing now is your natural state. It is always within you, but is often obscured by our thoughts. Through daily practice, you can rediscover the peace and abundance that are your birthright. The bystanders bowed in deep gratitude. They had been given a precious gift, a map to navigate the sometimes turbulent waters of existence. As they left the temple, they took Kesuk's words with them. They committed to practicing the ritual every night, to recite the 3 affirmations before falling asleep. They knew that the path to spiritual growth was a lifelong journey. And so, every night, before they fell asleep, they repeated these 3 powerful affirmations. The first, I express gratitude for all the blessings in my life. The second, I forgive all those who have hurt me and I release all anger and resentment. And the third, I surrender to the flow of life and embrace all that comes with faith and equanimity. As time passed, these affirmations became more than just words. They became a way of life. Those who listened found themselves becoming more grateful, more forgiving, more trusting in the unfolding of life. They experienced greater inner peace, deeper joy, greater abundance in all areas of their lives. The ritual Kesuk had taught them had become an anchor in their daily lives, a constant reminder to focus on what truly mattered. And as they faced life's inevitable challenges, they remembered Kesuk's words, "You are the observer, not the observed. You are the consciousness behind your thoughts and emotions. You are not defined by them." With this profound understanding, they were able to face the storms of life with equanimity and grace. They knew that true peace and abundance were not something to be found outside of themselves, but something to be cultivated within.